What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another Flip Quest episode. We are on episode number 33 here on the PWCC weekly auction, chugging along this year. That's over halfway to the end of the year. I just realized, although it's September, so it makes sense. That's over halfway done. It is early here. I must say, it's like 3:47 right now. So forgive me for just realizing that 33 is over halfway to 52.
Did you go to bed at all and get up to do this, or
Yeah, I
have you
did.
just not gone to bed?
No, I went to bed at like, I don't know, 11 something, then got up, and I will probably go right to the airport after this. So this is quite the fun time right now. Hope everyone's having a good evening and is excited for yet again another Flip Quest here. Bidding on different cards, selling different cards, giving cards away. I happen to be in the Netherlands right now. Was at the Dutch Grand Prix, which was super electric. I have to say, after yesterday's race, and after qualifying too, but especially after yesterday's race, newfound respect for what these guys do. Nate, I was sitting right at the starting line.
It's today's race, dude. Figure it out.
Whatever.
I'm just
I
kidding.
was I was sitting right at like the starting line for the race, so I got to see these guys go all the way down the first straight and into turn one. Bruh, the speed that those guys are going before they have to brake and make like a 180-degree turn is just ridiculous. Like the G-forces of those guys are hitting has got to be insane. It's got to be absolutely crazy. But yeah, it was really cool, really awesome experience, and posted a lot to the SlabStox Instagram page, some to the YouTube page, and there will be a bigger YouTube video coming out too at the end of this week. So
I think there is one question that people want to know.
what is it?
Does SlabStox Aaron have a new girlfriend?
No, does not. Does not. Good question though. No, do not.
We're
But
gonna find her boyfriend, convince him that he does not want to date her.
good luck with that, Nate. And Nate, do you have a favorite F1 driver yet? It's been a while since you might have started considering it, but do we have a favorite F1 driver for Nate?
We do not have a favorite yet. I'm gonna actually need to make my way through Drive to Survive to kind of get a grasp on who I should be choosing. I know I can't choose Pierre Gasly because that's Aaron. I can't
No.
choose Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton because that'd be lame. Don't choose Daniel Ricciardo because he's losing his seat.
Danny
So,
Rickson, he's a fun guy though. I hope he finds a race next year or a seat.
Yeah, me too. Also real quick, AlphaTauri and Red Bull, in cahoots.
Bruh, AlphaTauri's always made me mad this year. Now they're just making me more mad. I don't think that they actually did anything because like I don't even know how you pull that off on the fly, but it was definitely sketchy. The fact that Yuki went back out, I don't understand why he went back out. I watched him on the screen for like 5 minutes. They were trying to like fix his seatbelt in like the pits. Like I've never seen that happen before. And then they sent him back out after his tires weren't working, and he just stopped on the track within the first like two seconds. Is really weird. But we are we're ready.
Apparently the same people that own Red Bull own AlphaTauri.
Yeah, no, it's 100% true.
So
I
it
mean,
was
if you
100% cheating.
if you look at the logo, I mean, the Red Bull is right in front inside the AlphaTauri logo. We need a full investigation though, and we need Pierre Gasly and Alpine. So that's what I'm looking at. And Jack says that you guys are due for a monster. We are due for a monster. I don't know if we're gonna find it tonight, but we are definitely due to find a big card here on the Flip Quest. So we'll start looking at some of these cards. But I also want to mention that we do have some stuff selling tonight. Some pretty nice stuff at that too. Let me see if I can actually flip the screen. I'm just going to share the tab where it shows everything we're selling tonight. I figure it'll be easier just to like walk through it and figure it might give some people some insight into the thought process here. So first up, we have an Alexi Laffreniere. This is the rookie auto future watch from 2020 SP Authentic. I bought this in raw at the National. I got it graded. I got it for 500 raw, hit it 1010 on the grade. So already plus $176 on that. This is one of the first two gem mint copies actually to hit auction anywhere. And it's a pop 2 with SGC right now. So I do like him going to the season, but I figured get this one out there early because there are 999 copies of it. I figured it'd be more that would hit, auction soon at some point. And sometimes it's better to be early than to be perfectly timed with the season. Nate, don't you think that?
I agree. Be the only card out there a little bit early, then be the one of 5 cards out there perfectly on time.
I agree with that, which is hence why we're selling it right now, and in the green already. Got a sweet messy variation here. I actually like this card a lot, but this too was kind of being used as a buy at the National, and then grade it and then flip it and see how it goes. I'd say a good amount of these cards actually were probably raw purchases at the National, got them graded after, and then are selling them now. This one too is going pretty well. It got a 9. I was hoping 9.5 was the best case scenario, given that it had some surface marks on it. I got a 9, and I think I bought it for like right around 3. So that's pretty sweet. It's at 333 right now. And then this JT, Jonathan Taylor, got this one for a really good deal at $100. Hit a 1010 on the gem mint, and it's already at 218. So hopefully extended bidding can help us out there. Maybe get up to 250, but that's a really good one. I mean, that's over double the money right there. In a very short amount of time. Remember, the National happened like right at the end of July. So by the time we were able to get back home, send them off to get graded, get them back, and then also ship them to PWCC, get them logged into the vault, and then also give us a full 9 days for the auction on Flash. That's like a little over a month to do that whole process. So pretty sweet. And then this one is perfectly timed, I'd say, right after the Dutch Grand Prix, an orange 25 Red Bull logo. It's an orange wave. Last week we had an orange 70 that sell for like 250. Hopefully this orange wave number 25 does really well. It's already at 218 right now. And then Mick Schumacher with a great qualifying. He qualified at 8. Got it all the way up into Q3 again, which was really good performance from him. But Haas really blew it for him yesterday. He had a really bad pit stop on his first pit stop. He ended up finishing like 13th or something. But feel bad for him. They're kind of trying to find out if he's going to be getting a contract extension, and Daniel Ricciardo's a name that they're throwing around a lot. They talked about Antonio.
Wait, he could already get replaced?
Yeah, dude, he could end up without a seat next year pretty quickly here, unless Williams were to sign him if Latifi got kicked out. But I don't. For some reason, they're giving Latifi as much leash as like possible, which is kind of interesting. But Antonio Giovinazzi is also the Ferrari. Well, he's a Ferrari reserve driver right now, but his name's been thrown around with Haas. I actually saw him this weekend. I didn't have anything for him to get signed. Not that anyone would really be searching for Giovinazzi signed stuff, but I mean, Mick's really solid, I think, for a car that's not performing that well, and had a good qualifying yesterday, so I hope he stays. And then I think he'll have a seat somewhere somehow. And then I got a sweet Mercedes logo, and then this one is pretty interesting here. This is a 2011 Topps American Pie Kanye West and Taylor Swift Gem Mint 10 at 9.5, sold for 180 like a month and a half ago. This one's already 161 seller net, so it's definitely over 180 for a full sales value. And got pretty lucky with pulling this out of 3 packs from a replacement for a Dustin Auto from Stranger Things that Top sent me, which was a really, really bad replacement. They sent me a Jonathan Byers relic, which is like $20, and then 3 packs of American Pie, which is definitely not worth a whole lot. But the fact I hit this card, got a 10, and I'm selling it. Dustin Autos are about 300. Now, I don't know if this is going to get up to 300, but let's hope it gets as close as possible.
That's so cool.
I know, right? Having our Laffreniere Young Guns SGC 10. It's at 120 right now, seller net. Got it for like $60. Great sale right there. Marco Van Basten, Nate, remember 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when like his sticker was one of the last selling things in the auction? You're like, oh, I've never heard of this Marco Van Basten guy or whatever. And I said,
Okay.
oh, we bought an auto at the National of him. I didn't even know who he was at the time, honestly. Probably bad on me, but he played for the Netherlands. I'm in the Netherlands. It's a 114 seller net, bought for 100, so we're in the clear there. Well, just about. Need to get that a little higher after grading fees. And then we got Lewis Hamilton, Gold Wave right there. And then this, Nate, you did a play at the National. Let's hear about this because I did all the others.
Oh, yeah, my Star Wars play.
Yeah.
So 610 Sports Cards comes up. He's got a bunch of raw Star Wars that he brought up to the booth. I was like, I mean, I'm interested. Couldn't look up all the prices, so we just had to take a shot in the dark on a price. We bought them and got 3 of them graded so far, and we're doing 4 of them graded so far, and we got 3 10s and a 9.5. I think we are going to do all right. And not only that, but then 610 Sports Cards, you know what he did?
What do you do?
He sent in Star Wars and other cards to SlabStox grading.
I love it. SlabStox.com/grading. We have the second submission is pretty much already grading, going to be sent back to us in like crazy speed. Got to be like 3 business days, I think, or 3 or 4 business days. And then the next submission is going to get sent out on the 14th. It's the September 15th group. So if you do want to get your cards in for grading, only $23 per card. lightning fast turnaround times, the lowest price you'll find. Really recommend going to SlabStox.com/grading. That's where we grade a lot of ours too, obviously, in those submissions with SGC. And then we got the Jalen Waddle Contenders Auto at $90 right there. That one, a little painful because we traded Jackson Churriel for this in like $150 or something. So like we're kind of doing okay based off of how we bought the Churriel for, but would have liked to kept one of the Churrios maybe.
Yeah, we should have probably kept him, but it was one of those things where it's like we were getting value for it, so we moved it. But
yeah, we were getting good value, and we also, just learned about, Churrio's gonna have a Bowman Chrome auto, so it's like, those non-autos are gonna not be as sought after.
We thought that was gonna come out, and then it got pushed back drastically.
And then also, like 3 days later, Churio got named the number 2 or 3 prospect by Baseball America.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay though. And then we've got 2 of the other Star Wars ones right there, both 10s. This one's pretty sick. It's got Vader, looking up at Palpatine there. Pretty sick card. And then this one is one of the newer movies. Just like, I don't know when this one was based off of, but was that like Nate? Like that's like episode.
I don't know if it's. I can't recall a time where there's a giant.
No, I know. I'm more saying the timeline where like Vader would be at that point. I wasn't saying like that actual shot, because all these are
4, 5, and 6.
artist renditions right here. Pretty sweet stuff. And then Albon, and then this one is fun. This is an Andre. Pardon me if I say it wrong, but Agassi, I think it is.
Andre Agassi.
Agassi. It's a PSA 8, but it's at $53. We bought this for $20. In one of our Flip Quest episodes leading up to the National. I'm pretty sure this was out at the National for like $30 at most. And then Dylan Cease is ending tonight. Hopefully people are seeing how good he's doing. And then we got a couple other smaller ones selling. And I really want this Rashawn Gary to do better because it deserves to. And if it does sell pretty low, I'm going to be sad I auctioned it. But maybe people aren't looking for defensive players here on the PWCC weekly auction, because I think that card deserves
Dylan
to be higher.
I hope. Forget Rashawn Garrett. Man, this is actually really dark.
Yeah, it is.
Dylan Cease, after going 8 2/3 innings, almost throwing a no-hitter, second lowest ERA in the American League. If that card doesn't go for more than we bought it, I'll be really sad.
Well, it pretty much already has gone for more than we bought it for. I just would like to get double what we bought. Oh, Nate, it's already over what we bought it for. Not just got more bids. I'd like to go double what we bought it for, though, because he's done really well this year. Nate was spot on with that take, so I feel like to have such a good take, it should go for double.
Let's go.
But extended bidding is starting in 1 minute, so any qualifying bids you have in, you cannot bid in extended bidding. If you don't have a qualifying bid in on an item, you cannot. This Kobe Bryant 1-of-1 auto right here from Gallon in 2014 was our guess the price giveaway for the week. Some people were guessing like 20 grand. Some people were guessing like $3,000. I think people aren't really familiar with Gala. It's a great set in my opinion. It's now in Chronicles. We talked about that in last week's What's Brewing. But this card right here, I want to point it out, is 5 seconds away from extended bidding. We don't have a bid on this because I just noticed it got flash auctioned, which means it got flash auctioned, I think, within the last like 3 days, like the buzzer beater Wednesday night thing. Nate, we talked about this before, but I think with such big cards, and it's doing okay right now, I think that the seller probably wants it to do better even. And as a holder of a jumbo patch auto, I'd like to see it do better too. But sometimes it's just hard to see why you'd flash auction a card for 3 to 4 days. But I know everyone's got their reasons, so I know we can't really pick it apart. But man, I want to give it the full 9 days as much as possible.
Hey, real quick, I put a bid in on a Francisco Alvarez Bowman Chrome Auto PSA 10.
You did?
I put in a bid at 185, because if we can get it for cheap,
what's a good price for it?
Last PSA 10 August 21st did 700 something.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna.
And it's so low right now.
So we're very much so gonna be watching that one tonight. What would make you feel comfortable in this one?
Well, he's number 1 prospect in baseball. He could still potentially get called up this year. The Mets in a spot to be really good in the playoffs, even though Max Scherzer came out of the game today. I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking for a deal,
Right. So are you thinking more track this as it goes and bid on, or drop a bigger bid right now and just see if we can?
I'd say if you could get it for like 400, just drop the 400 bid on it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like if you can get it for half price, get it for half price.
I'll go 432. I want to spook someone into not bidding on this thing anymore. And we're winning at 220, so you never know what might happen there. Nice. Good call, Nate. All right. If anyone has any questions throughout tonight's stream, please let us know. Good to see everyone. Thanks everyone for coming. And we'll make sure to answer questions throughout the night. And also don't forget, we will have giveaways at the end of the night for cards that we win live right here. Nate, you got a few cards that I know you want to talk about tonight. So feel free to start ripping out some of those and I'll give my thoughts on them too.
Yeah, so the name of the game for me tonight, after going through and doing the emails and stuff, is rarity. There is some absolute beasts in this week's auction, and it's not even. I don't even want to talk about the two sitting right next to the Ken Griffey, the Stars and Stripes, and the out of 10 field level Justin Herbert. But I do want to talk about that Ken Griffey because just is such a cool card. I've never seen it before. The Skybox Premium Rubies out of 50, and last sale of that PSA 8 sold for $23,750 on April 21st. The last sale overall was a PSA 7 for $16,800. And this is at $18,000 with the buyer's premium. We're north of 20. I am curious to see if it catches up to that April 21st sale or not. 23.75 there.
Of course,
yeah.
As I say, of course, most cards in the market aren't going to catch up to April sales values at this moment, other than ones that are so rare that might command a higher price on auction, 6 months later.
Correct. And this, I feel like, is one of those things where it's.
I agree. And Nate, it's worth pointing out, this is the original Prism Refractor right here.
Oh, that's cool.
The Star Ruby set is super, super popular for basketball. The MJ Star Rubies cards sell for an insane amount of money. And really, I would say the biggest 90s baseball, insert, finest refractor, all this different stuff that kind of relates to the basketball market. It's always going to be Ken Griffey Jr. cards. I'm sure anything that Jeter would be into would sell for a lot of money. But just as not a 90s baseball collector at all, or even own any, I wouldn't know if off the top of my head if Jeter has Star Rubies from 99. I imagine he might have. But a very cool card.
It is very cool. It also is kind of like one of those things what would have been if Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, those types of guys hadn't got popped for steroids.
Do you think he would have been leading in most statistical categories from that era?
Well, he was an MVP and a Hall of Famer with the Pirates without taking steroids.
Oh, you're talking about Bonds. I was asking about.
Oh, okay. You're asking about Ken Griffey?
Yeah, I was asking if he would be leading in most statistical categories.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, there's a lot of guys that were probably better than Ken Griffey, especially once he got to the Reds. He was injured a decent amount. But it is always kind of crazy to me how, like, when I think of 90s, 2000s baseball, I don't say to myself, Ken Griffey, cream of the crop. I say Ken Griffey, insanely good, top like 10 player probably, but not cream of the crop. Because there's other guys that were better than him, but they've just been popped for steroids. And if they'd never been popped, I am always curious as to what their cards would be going for in something like this.
So maybe that makes Ken Griffey cream of the crop because he wasn't popped for steroids.
It's true.
Had a comment here from Victor that says that Herbert needs some ink. Nate, I never thought about this. I know that they've done it for the XRCs from like 2020 class with like Zach Wilson and stuff, where they had like so many different variations of the XRC Black 1-of-1 autos, but they were sticker. But imagine and select how much value they'd boost that product. I don't know if it needs more value boosting from everyone who's so excited about it already, but if they made a little window for on-card autographs here, and these field levels had on-card auto variations of it, do you like that or?
That would be pretty cool if they just did field level.
Yeah,
you know how like the short prints for tops occasionally have autos, where it's a super rare auto if your short print picture has an auto on it from Topps flagship.
Yeah, yep, and they put stickers on it.
If they did that for this,
yeah, it'd be pretty nasty. I agree with you, and like not like every single parallel either, just like a couple different ones.
If they were just silvers.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. Just like a silver short print auto, like 10 or less. Dude, those things would sell for so much money. Pat, how you doing? Thank you so much. Congrats on the trip. Unreal, the people you met. Yeah, honestly, it still doesn't feel very real to me. I met like 8 different drivers, completely got blown off by Fernando Alonso, which is not surprising. and then saw Total Wolf very close to. I want to talk to him, but he was on the move.
Did you get to meet Gasly at all or see him?
No, bro, I walked through the paddock 2 or 3 different times, fortunate enough, and none of the times I crossed his path. I had the first ever Gasly that my dad and I got in our F1 collection well over a year and a half ago now, or right around a year and a half ago, back in May of 2021. And then we gifted it to my brother and my nephew, and slapped an SGC 10 now, the variation, 70th. I wanted him to sign it with red ink, actually on the slab surface, which I know not everyone's like into, but I was kind of thinking like if it's like 2 Ben and Clark, and then he signed it right over the slab in red ink, it would look perfect because the card's black and the card's black and white, so the red really would have popped.
Have him sign it in French.
That would have been really cool. But here's what I told myself. I said that gives me a reason to I haven't hit the peak, like it's just kind of like, like I had an amazing time, so fortunate, but it's nice to know that like if I go back, it's not like it's lame, like
did you just call meeting Pierre Gasly the peak of F1 for you?
For me, I mean, I'd rather meet Pierre than Max.
That's amazing. I know. I just it's funny, but it's like it's also the wonderful thing about sports is like the tip top of baseball for me wouldn't be meeting Mike Trout. It'd be meeting Ryan Braun, and
exactly. But that's what makes fandom a thing. So many people. Just a shout out Scott here from Pirates Breaks, man. He got Lewis Hamilton at the perfect timing, walking through the pack, and he had Lewis sign his brake mat. He's a breaker for F1 cards, which is insane. And like meeting Lewis would be amazing, but Lewis was so slammed with people, you would never get a chance to even like say a word to him. Like I feel like if I did run into Pierre, I could at least talk to him for like maybe 30 seconds, Like Lewis is just like, hi Lewis, and then he's just walking, like it was crazy. But that, I mean, regardless, it's still insane. But back to the show, everyone. Back to the show. But as for what Jordan said, I saw Jordan ask me earlier, what was the best moment this weekend? For myself, is definitely just one-on-one with Leclerc right between the Ferrari garage and the Ferrari trailer is crazy.
How did you get right up to that?
Bro, it was
not like a blocked off area? Because you were like, your dad was back filming that, and you were just right up on those steps.
Because you weren't supposed to have cameras back there because it was right between the garages where they were working on the cars and the trailers to where they would like do like a little meeting, and then down the way is like the big hospitality where like the big team like setups are where we were with Alfa Romeo. But basically we were walking through there. Our tour guide said, hey, it's really quiet right now. Like I normally don't take people back here, but I'll take you back here because there's like no one here. And we walked between all the garages, and the garages were sick. And then like right when we walked past Ferrari, I don't know why, it's like turned around. And as I turned around, there he is, just walking from garage to trailer, which probably takes about 3 to 5 seconds. So I had to catch him within 3 to 5 seconds. I saw him, and he just instinctively was like, hey, Charles. And then I was like, can you sign this quick? And he's just like waves me over. He's like, come here, So I go up to the trailer, and he's just like standing in by where the door was, because you saw like I like leaned up right, and then his like head popped out, and then he's like he like looks at you, like smiles and signs it, because this is win at Monza, the card. So I'm sure he saw it. I was like, this is freaking sick. If I would have been a little bit more on the game, but I was so like freaked out, I wanted to like ask him if or tell him that like how expensive his superfractor sold for, and just like see what he saw or heard what he said. But I didn't get to. I mean, it's just a great moment.
Next time,
but exactly next time. That's my plan. But back to the show. Anthony Edwards. This color blast actually sold ours March 20th. The PWCC weekly auction. It's over 10K. So that is a card that is trending in the right direction going into the season. Nate, what are you seeing here with this Mike Trout though? That's a sweet card.
Oh, this Mike Trout. Those cards that you just don't expect to see ever?
Yeah. Yeah.
This right here popping up. 2011 Bowman's. I was going to say Bowman's best. Bowman Sterling purple rookie auto on card. Number to 10, BGS 95. Just such a sick card. And super, super rare. Rare enough that the last sale of it.
I can't hear you.
Oh. I put the wrong date in there. I don't know what the last date is. I know it was in 2019. I put 8/18/22, which is definitely not right. But it sold for $11,625 back in 2019, and that was the last public sale I could find of this card.
Yeah, it was 8/18, 2019.
Okay.
That's a long time ago. That's a rare card. If you don't see a card coming for auction in 3 years with how much the market's increased, you know that card's rare. But we'll see how much that one sells for tonight. And then I'm just trying to pick out a few from this list here, bring up too. The Zion Black Gold is super sick. I don't know, Nate. I mean, I know he's coming back from injury and stuff, but I would probably rather have this over an Anthony Edwards Color Blast like every day of the week.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I don't care that's optic choice. Give me that all
No,
day.
neither do I. The Black Gold's actually kind of cool on too. Not gonna
To
lie.
be fair, if I'd choose, I'd rather have this Udoka Azubuike optic pink auto out of 25, but yeah. Who's
I know you're jazzed up about that one.
I am.
Pretty sweet timing here for the seller, depending on when you bought it, though, because this card used to be worth an insane amount of money, bro. There was one that sold for 50 grand a year and a half ago, like one of the first few PSA 10s to hit the market. This is the Erling Haaland Orange Sapphire out of 50 PSA 10s. That's 72.50 right now. I'd have to look up what the last sale was. But all I know is this, is that Erling Haaland is going to be one of the highest goal scorers of all time if he can stay healthy. That's always the question. If you can stay healthy, if you're young, because the guy is just breaking records like crazy. He's now the fastest to 10 goals in a Premier League season, and he just started with Manchester City. Now, I will say, being in that City team is a huge boost. They got so many midfielders and so many good passers and creators. I don't know if you saw the Kevin De Bruyne pass this weekend, Nate, to Holland. You might need to look that one up, bro. That pass was stupid good. And then Holland flew in the air for a goal. He's got the most goals in the 6-yard box since the start of last season of all Premier League players. And he only
What
played
the heck? He's
6
only played 6 games?
versus everyone else playing at most 44 now, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. Guy is a certified beast, animal, whatever you want to call it. But Nate, any other cards that really you want to bring up tonight prior to going and looking at our bids?
Hey, yeah. Well, one real quick question.
Yep.
Would you rather the purple PSA 7 or the orange out of 50 PSA 10?
Good question. There is a Sapphire PSA 7. So this one's at 7,200 right now. I'll look up just the name Holland. And the Sapphire's at 3,100. What I'd rather have is actually the one in the middle. So I'm glad you asked that question. Right between there in price is this 2019 Topps Museum Collection rookie auto at 25 PSA 9. Now, there are not many rookie autos of Holland. If you look at the sets, he's got a super short print auto in Topps from Champions League without color autos. He's got color autos and I think refractor autos in Bundesliga Topps Chrome. And then you pretty much have museum. And I'm pretty sure that's about it for his rookie autos. So if you're talking about a low supply area, this is it. And it brought up on the top of our title here is which monster card should we get next? Because I think our next target is going to be kind of saving up and getting a monster card here that we can buy towards the end of the year here, and then hopefully have as a nice flip in 2023. Now I know that he's really hot. I don't like buying when players are hot, obviously, but you still want to buy super quality players. I was looking at the last sale of this thing, and the last time it sold, Nate, was 6,300 back in July. July definitely would have been the good time to buy him. Now, the only thing about him is he's not playing the World Cup. So some parts thinking me, okay, maybe if he slows down going into November, his cards will be lower because he's not, on the main stage like Kylian Mbappe. But at the same time, if he is just destroying the Premier League, no one's going to care.
No.
So I look at this and I say, based on supply levels and his autograph amounts out there with Topps, especially for rookies, it's probably really, really worth a purchase around $5,200 if we could get it around there. Nate, I don't know how you feel about that because I know that we're kind of trying to do this obviously together, trying to find the best, bigger card to buy next. And I think that we probably have room to do 2 bigger cards around that $5,000 mark by the end of the year. One being baseball, hopefully, one being maybe a soccer. But let me know your thoughts.
I mean, the dude has 10 goals in the hardest league in 6 games. If he has 10 goals here, he's only 22. He's likely going to get better as he ages. Man City's going to always have a good team around him.
Pretty much.
Dude, the sky's the limit. You're just buying in. You're buying in early for a 10-year flip.
It literally, like, watching the guy play is just absolute. Oh my gosh, Julian is killing me. Yo, Nate, how Arsenal do today? Go Gunners, Arsenal, baby. Right after Tex said go Gunners. Yeah, Nate, your team took the first loss of the season, but looked pretty garbage, I heard, against Manchester United. Nate, Nate just put Julian in a timeout. He didn't want to hear it. But as for the Holland, Kevin says, and yes, get that museum. If I had your budget, I would. I gotta think that that's worth doing it. I mean, the amount of
How much? I know it's not apples to apples, but how much is a Ronaldo or Messi
early
super
year
nice
auto.
early career auto?
I will say, really, only Ronaldo has got like an earlier auto, and they came out like maybe in 20. It's like a tops. Oh no, upper deck. I can't remember if it's 2003 or 2004. He's got some that came out in 2004 that sell for, a PSA 9 did over 15K, numbered out of 173. But also, just looking here, like the auto's super whack on that. So, like, I do think that, like, earlier Ronaldo auto is selling 15 to 25 grand, depending on how good the auto is. And I think getting this for a pretty solid amount is a good idea. He's going to be playing Champions League.
I mean, if it's for a 1-year flip, I don't know, because
Yeah.
that just seems like it's probably hard to do. But if we're buying this and just storing it in our PWCC vault for 5 years, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking too. It's like we can use the smaller ones as we're doing with the, Andre Agassi. Agassi. I know that's 25 to 55. It's small wins, right? Small
It adds
wins.
up, though.
It adds up. Nate's right. It adds up, and hopefully, some of that stuff can offset the purchases for this. But like something like this would just be absolutely wonderful to have in the vault. So we're going to keep a keen eye on that, along with that Francisco Alvarez that Nate brought up earlier. But it's at the top of our my bid section, so we're not going to forget about it. We're very locked in right now, and I do really indeed like that compared to the Sapphire cards. I'm starting to realize more and more now as we see more cards get produced that you really need the stuff that sets itself apart. And the more random colors that pop up, the more that stuff isn't being set apart, I feel. I think, Nate, you probably agree with that too. How about your boy Self-Relic, Nate? Yeah, you're muted, maybe. I think you're muted, Nate. Nate.
I'm on mute. I have my office right next to the furnace AC whole thing, so it's kind of loud. But the last sale was $950, so up to $1025 before buyer's premium right now. Pretty healthy raise for, I think it was maybe 3 months, 2 months. Not bad. But what's crazy is that this is the biggest proponent of why you don't buy early when something comes out, because the first or January 10th, 2022, draft comes out in December. January 10th, 2022, a raw of this sold for $13.55. He has played really well. This is a PSA 10, and it might not hit, $13.55.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy. Wow. Well, that's a really good point right there, Nate. So everyone listen up to Nate. He's got the facts. Real music. Missed you boys last week. Burbank was crazy. Couldn't grab the purple Kobe I wanted, but got a bunch of other stuff. Real music. I hope you had a good time at the Burbank show. If anyone else went in there, let us know if you had a good time in the comments. And glad to have you back if you were there at the show. We couldn't make it out, but hopefully at some point we can. There's some really big Jordan Love cards ending here. He had a pretty good preseason. I know that our boy Matt LaFleur was pretty into how he was playing and said he made crazy strides compared to last year, obviously. Nate, do you think that Jordan Love ever is worth a buy and stash, or does it feel like he's never going to get that real opportunity?
Well, he's going to get a real opportunity somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is it with the Packers? I don't know. I bet if Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl this year, he'd walk, and all of a sudden Jordan Love has a year and his 5th-year option left to prove what he can before his rookie deal is up. I mean, he was pretty impressive. He was pretty impressive in the preseason. He took huge steps forward. He gets to still learn from Rodgers this year. I mean, if I were a betting man, I'd rather spend money on this than Kellen Mond. I know we have the benefit of hindsight on Kellen Mond, but it was ridiculous anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
Even without the benefit of hindsight.
Mon's like RPF 99 was selling for like $2,500 at tops or something like this. This love, I'm not sure what they're selling for right now, but I highly doubt it's going to hit 2,500 based off of it being 1,000 right now. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Super sweet early year Mbappe gold right there at 50. I do realize there's only 8 minutes left in extended bidding, so I do need to get towards the bottom of this list to see. But gotta give a shout out to Marcus Rashford. Scored 2 goals and had an assist yesterday in Manchester United's 3-1
You
win
don't need to give
over
a goal.
Arsenal.
No.
I do have to. Less because of him being Arsenal, more because that man was getting slandered by his own people last year. He was, obviously having a rough go at it last year, and a lot of players do go through those funks, not only in soccer but other sports too. Really good. Oh, Nate, might need to hit that mute. Really good to see. Really good to see those people bounce back that not only play bad but are good people too. Rashford's a great guy, does a lot for the kids in Manchester, so really happy to see him playing well again. And we've got a Stanford logo here of Davis Mills. Count me as someone who doesn't pay attention to college football enough anymore and know where these like 3rd and 4th round QBs come from. But Davis Mills played at Stanford. Pretty sick patch there. It does say player event worn, so at least it's not the or player worn / use material. At least it's not linked to any specific event or whatever. Pretty cool card though for those Stanford college collectors out there. Nate, if you can, thoughts on Jordan Diaz for the A's?
Having a really good year. Can hit the cover off the ball. Outside of that, got to a little bit more power this year, which is nice to see compared to last year. I don't know. It's the A's. He might end up being a first baseman long term, but he does really hit the ball quite well. And if you're going to bet on anything, bet on Hit Tool and hope that power develops. I mean, it's probably a worthwhile risk with you knowing that if the power doesn't develop and the fact that he's on the A's, there is big downside.
Man, what could have been Panini Baseball. If there was logos on this card, bro, I don't even want to know how much this card would sell for. Gold RPI 49 from 2019 Immaculate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on card. This looks pretty dang good, I gotta say. And obviously, it's the whole no logos, no Blue Jays name used. But man, that would definitely be like over $1,000 and maybe even pushing over 2K or something, because that's a sweet card.
Yeah.
But it also goes to show, if you are in the business of finding nice cards for a good value and just, but not necessarily this card for 240, not necessarily a budget card, but, budget compared to what Topps cards would sell for, maybe not the worst look. And also not a bad look. No one's really bid higher to us on this Alvarez right now, so hopefully we can maintain that bid and maybe get a really sweet deal. Man, there's a lot of Albert Pujols color in this auction. Do you notice that, Nate? I'm not sure if you were looking at
he hit another home run today too.
How many is he away now? 5?
He is 5 away. He is 1 away from tying Alex Rodriguez for 4th all time.
That's good.
And he is 5 away with pretty much this entire month from becoming the 4th member of the 700 home run club. So,
man, crazy. I hope he gets it. I really do. I don't know if you hope he does or if you're a salty Brewers fan.
No, I really hope he does.
Yeah, I mean, players that have that long of a career and then for him to like not be that good these last few years and to have like a huge bounce back his last year would be a really cool story, I think, to end a career, which would be awesome. So, Gunnar Henderson. He top prospect in baseball, got called up, and then is he still doing well, Nate?
Gunnar? Yeah. I haven't not gonna lie, I have not seen how the Orioles have done this weekend, but I know he hit home run in his first at bat. Or not first at bat, first game. Or was it first at bat? I can't remember now. And I believe he had a double in his first at bat at home.
Okay.
But I don't know his overall stats from the weekend.
Either way, top prospect in baseball for a very short amount of time. Still probably is because he hasn't played enough games yet, but maybe that sells high. And we got to look at some giveaways here for tonight. So there's some pretty decent cards ending in the little budget section area. I threw down a bet on this just because I want to see what it sold for. Josh here, Blue Auto. Has he done any better than what was the absolute putrid, really bad relief when he had like 7 runs?
He at one point had like a 23 ERA for the Padres.
Oh man,
Yeah,
absolutely crazy,
it's quite sad actually.
nuts. Nate, what happened to Brennan Davis for the Cubs?
He had a back injury that I believe it was a back injury this year, but don't quote me on that because that could be super wrong and I could just be thinking that. But he was injured, and he also hadn't been hitting very well when he was in there. You combine those two, you get a price drop.
Do you know what else I'm wondering what happened to Luis Robert, bro? I know that this is a PSA 9. I know that like non-numbered stuff isn't selling as hot as it used to, obviously, depending on what it is. But there's a lot of those random update sapphires and Bowman sapphires out there. But this is like the pretty hard to find, or at least used to be hard to find, sapphire rookie here. And 200 was the last sale, but 135 before that on auction. But these, prior to like end of last year, this is like a $400 card.
Yep.
Oh, it's a $44, bro. Is there any future with him in the White Sox, or are they so disappointing right now for people? I thought they were supposed to be like one of the top teams.
They're 500 right now. They're 2.5 games out of the lead for the division. So like they're in it.
Okay.
And they'll be in it till the very end. That being said, there's just something weird about White Sox guys. Nobody invests in Eloy, even though he's been injured a ton. I get it. Dylan Cease hasn't moved a ton. Tim Anderson doesn't get any love. Jose Abreu. The list goes on and on and on. It just seems like a lot of White Sox guys just don't get the love they deserve, and I feel like Luis Roberts kind of locked up in that.
Sure, right. I get that. It's that same theory you said. Too many players on one team. Who do you buy? Or
Yeah.
who's really the best player? I don't know if I haven't watched enough of the White Sox, obviously, to know, but I'm not sure if people know.
Dylan Cease is the best player.
Well, yeah, player-wise, I get it. But you know how people are buying pitchers in the market. They're not going to look at Dylan Cease. Maybe they should and say, oh, I should buy him versus Luis Robert or Eloy or these other
They
guys.
should look at Dylan Cease. That dude, if he has a good month, Verlander's injured. I know the narrative is probably going to go towards Ohtani because that's how it works in baseball. But if he has a really good month, he could end up with the American League Cy Young, which is pretty impressive.
Considering that he wasn't an all-star, how rigged is that?
Stupid as can be.
I know, right? Okay, so we're down to the last 45 minutes in this first 30-minute window. Now it gets pretty fast-paced from here. J.O. said that Colton Herta, American driver in Indy cars joining AlphaTauri. I haven't found any good cards for him. I don't think there are any cards for him. And yes, it was released yesterday as a pretty huge rumor / maybe confirmed. But the only thing is that Colton Herta doesn't have a super license, which means he can't drive an F1. So they have to make an exception for him to drive next year. And I heard that the principals are split decision on if he deserves a super license or not, I think. So if he gets a super license,
how does one get a super license?
You have to get different points by doing different things. I know that like for some drivers it's like race, so like each team needs to give a non-current driver a practice run, like in these sessions that they do during the weekends. And you can get points on your super license by like doing stuff like that. I don't know all the qualifications.
This is like, have you ever heard of the game Gran Turismo? Or Gran Turismo?
Yeah, I have.
So in that game, whether it was number 1 for PlayStation, number 2 for PlayStation, or 3, 4, 5 for PlayStation 2, and onward, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, you had to get your licenses to be able to race in different races. And so it'd start out and you'd have to like do all these test things to get the one license, and then you could do those races and move up. And getting the higher license were really, really difficult. You could spend hours on one little thing to try to get it and never get it. I did not realize that F1 is kind of like that.
Yeah, pretty darn similar. I don't know anything about the game, but I do know that's how it works in F1.
It's a great game.
And Colton Herta would be the first American driver in F1 in quite some time. I don't want to say for sure, but I know it's, like 20, 30 years or something I heard, somewhere around there. So that would be a pretty big deal for the American market, especially with F1. Helmut Marko said if he can get the super license, he will be driving for them, which pretty much all but confirms Pierre Gasly to Alpine, because he's under contract. Yuki's probably going to get an extension, but if Gasly's to Alpine, that means that open up for Colton Herta, which would be pretty crazy to say the least. All right, here we go. It's time to place this bid here on Mr. Erling Haaland. I say I kind of like doing one right away versus like sitting here every single window and trying to get it.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes it gives you some better luck. Looking at the last sale of this, I mentioned it not too long ago. I think it was like 62 something. Oh, actually, good thing I looked up. Oh, wait, never mind. So yeah, it was 6,300. Let's just go right here and see if we can get it. 6K.
Like it.
Let's do it. I love this thing as a stash. And this guy, I hope he breaks all the records. All right, we're winning it for
Sorry.
Oh, Nate, what's the fix here, man? Do we know? We might not know.
What's the fix for what?
The cough.
Oh, just kind of get over the COVID cough as long as it takes until it's done. But I don't really cough unless I talk. Now the problem is
You gotta talk when you're in videos.
I gotta talk when I'm on videos.
Does water help it at all or no?
It does. I've almost drank my entire
It's hard for me to know when I'm scrolling on this platform endlessly. All right, well, here we go. Fingers crossed that Nate's COVID cough leaves. For his sake first, for our ears second. We've got this sweet Mercedes logo here, gold out of 50, a pretty decent buy here at 320, but we'll watch that. And we're still winning the Francisco Alvarez, although it did just get a bit up. I do want to ask, though, the chat, whoever's here and listening right now, also happy Labor Day to people. I don't know if I said at the beginning of the episode, but let us know what you are interested in terms of a giveaway here. So I'll show the bottom row here on the 4 of these. We're currently winning the Nico Jokic rookie. I don't know if we will win that, but of the bottom 4 here, which card would you want to win the most, or which card would you want to be, win for free the most? Kobe Bryant SPX PSA 9, 2021 Bowman Inception Christian Hernandez auto out of 99, Alex Morgan sticker PSA 8 2011 rookie, or Nick Bosa PSA 8. That is Blue Wave out of 199. Give us some comments here and let us know which of those cards you would. What's up, Timo? How we doing? What's up, Magic? Magic's Dr. Magic is in the building. Nate, gargle warm water and salt twice a day.
He has been telling me that for a couple of weeks. Well, maybe not the twice a day part, but he has been telling me to gargle warm water.
Are you gonna listen to Dr. Magic?
Well, I would listen to him if I didn't think that he was just out on boat all day fishing, not doing anything. So, it's like how can I listen to a guy who's just relaxing constantly?
Magic, do we have a rebuttal for that? We got a lot of comments for Kobe or Bosa. We have a couple for Christian Hernandez, Alex Morgan, my daughter would ... from Jo. Maybe sent the chat too early. Oh man. We're just gonna bid on them all and see what happens. I didn't realize there's 8 seconds left. Imagine if they all ended, Nate. I asked people and they all ended and none of them. Oh, now we're winning them all. So we'll give away 2.
We might have a lot of giveaways tonight.
We'll give away 2. We'll give away, depending on how many we win, but we'll commit to 2 giveaway wins, and see what happens there. Oh, okay. I see it's red now. Let's go and check in. Also, Chase Claypool, Mosaic Purple at 49, pretty low right now. Is Kenny Pickett officially starting for them, or is it Trubisky? Trubisky starting?
I thought it was Trubisky, but
yeah, I'm sure it is Trubisky.
I am
out of the loop.
I don't know if I actually saw that or if I'm imagining it.
Right. All right, we have a few things that sold so far tonight. So our Laffreniere SP Authentic sold for 728 seller net, which puts it over 800, which is a good sale in my eyes, and that was plus 228 around there on that. Messi sold for 364 seller net. Aston Martin Red Bull logo 25 sold for 312, which I'm pretty happy about. Mick sold for 229. If he would have scored points this weekend, I think it could have gone higher. But Jonathan Taylor made up for that with the 218 sale. And then our Taylor Swift and Kanye ended at 161 seller net. So honestly, super happy with that after just pulling out of a pack. A card that most of the set's worth probably like $1 at most. To get one to sell for 180 a base card, 161 seller net is pretty Pretty sick if you ask me. And then our Luke Skywalker is up to 130 seller net, Nate.
Okay.
But not many people were after the rule of 2, the Vader and Palpatines. That ended.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know, a little unfortunate, as that ended at 81 post buyers premium. But we'll see how that other one, the Luke Skywalker, can make up for that. Also,
Well,
Serena Williams sold for $41 seller net. Her career probably just ended. I saw something that said like, oh, maybe it'll end with the U.S. Open. But I thought she said she retired for sure.
me too.
So we'll see. I'm pretty sure she retired for sure. But so for 41, we bought her cheaper, so that's cool. And then Rashawn Gary's still going, so good shout out there. That's good to see. And so is Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease is still going as well.
What did the other? Wait, we had 3 Star Wars
Oh,
cards.
wow, Nate, we're for good reason. Holland's market's going up. I think this is pretty much going to put us out of it. Over $7,000 now. I was pretty happy at 6, but I don't know. I think we're probably out. Well, I will say, if anyone deserves to have a market increase right now, it's probably Erling Haaland. So that's good to see for him. We also have the Student Becomes the Teacher, Nate, the SGC 10 with the newer one, which is at 82 pre-buyer's premium. So it's time for more.
We're at what, 300?
Just about 300 between 3 cards. We have another 15 cards or something.
Yeah, we just need to clear another. Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Real Music, what's the highest card you guys ever sold? Here on the Flip Quest, the highest card we've ever sold was probably the Mbappe Kaboom, so for around 4K. But myself personally, it was a LeBron Refractor 9.5 back in August of 2020. Sold it for 43K when they were going for about 35. It was a really good sale. And then they sold for like 100K within like 4 months after that. But I was very happy with it. I'll never look back and say, well, I wish I held it.
What does it sell for now?
Exactly, Nate. It goes for like 18 grand maybe now or lower. So very happy with that sale. No doubt about it. Someone asked earlier, Nate, about Wander Franco.
I would have told you mine, but it's super lame when you compared it to Aaron's 43,000. So
well, you can still say it.
Nope.
All
it's
right.
Embarrassing now. It's chump change.
Jo, I do agree. The no World Cup exposure plan in Norway, not this year, but 2026, the field expands. The World Cup field expands, I think, from 36 to 48 teams. And hopefully Norway's a little bit better by then. So I think they should make it in 2026 to where I know people don't want to wait that long. But he's doing so well in the Premier League that I don't think it will make that big of a difference for us.
What's really cool about the modern day world is that the best player in basketball is from Greece. The best player in soccer is from Norway. Whatever other best player in baseball is from Latin American countries. Pretty cool that you can be found anywhere.
Seriously, with the amount of technology and communication that there is nowadays, if you're good, most likely you're going to get found. If you're really good, you're going to become really good once you get I would say that there's a lot of higher end training facilities and stuff over here to where you put these guys in these programs like Giannis, coming over from Greece, starting to train with the Bucks and everything. Like, you can see the difference it makes.
I agree.
Nate, 288. Yeah, man. So he's a catcher for the Mets?
That's the number 1 prospect in baseball, dude. And we just got it for $500 less than the last PSA 10 sale.
I have to say that I like that. See, okay, now check this out. I didn't know anything about this guy, man.
Dude, rods were selling for more than that. PSA 9s were selling for $333.
PSA went for $200. I guess people just were not really thinking to look for Francisco Alvarez the night before Labor Day. So here we are. Nice little buy. Good recommendation, and thanks for placing a bid right before the session.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, and then you were asking me a question. I said, wait, I can do it myself.
Yeah, good idea. We've got giveaways. We got giveaways on deck. So we will do 3 giveaways here tonight. We will ask people what they want for their 3 giveaways later. So for those of you that came the night before Labor Day, congrats for being here, because you're going to have a good chance to win some sweet stuff. Um, Now looking out here, anything else we want to add tonight? We are really trying to save up and go for a big one like that Holland. It's not going to be the Holland now that's selling for so much, but in the future, I definitely think we're going to find a really decent one, especially in the baseball world, as Nate loves to look at those off-season buys. I know you're excited, Nate, for the season to end, not in the capacity of no baseball, but in the capacity of maybe no
I'm
baseball
kind
for
of
the
excited
Brewers.
for the season to end after watching the Brewers.
Yeah, man.
They're really, I mean, you wanna feel dejected. Watch the Brewers be in first place up until the All-Star break, and then at least be in a wild card spot, and then just decide that winning is overrated.
And isn't the Phillies like not doing very well either?
They aren't, and the Padres weren't doing very well, and yet the Brewers can't put together enough wins to make it worthwhile.
Damn, man, that's crazy. Nate, I have to say, what do you think about Dustin May throughout this postseason with the Dodgers, the position that they're in? As we talked about why someone buying our orange could have been a good idea, is there any good idea to grabbing a smaller card, maybe just to see how it does?
I mean, I'm not against it, but you do know my rule of thumb.
Don't buy in that player you've already made money on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Tech, I am definitely not sick. I'm just very tired. I'm on very low amount of sleep. It's nearly 4 a.m. here in the
And
Netherlands.
Zach, I'm not sick either. I just have a cough.
Which some could classify as sick, but I wouldn't because you were sick like a month ago.
Yeah, over a month.
Nate, I think that your rule of thumb is a good thing to think about and highly consider. I also think if you can get a gold out of 50, even if it is Bowman Sterling, for like $50, maybe you should try it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, look, if he pitches well in a postseason game, and the Dodgers are really good, they should be making a World Series, at least on paper. Doesn't
Mhm.
obviously happen like that, but if he pitches really well in a postseason game with all those eyes on him, I mean, yeah, I'm
In a
okay with
world where game use material is very hard. Oh, okay. This is kind of Panini before Panini. 2012 Triple Threads relic here of Willie Mays, Joe DiMaggio, and Stan Musial. The relics contain this card not from any specific game, event, or season. Now, either you just go and you find a really old looking jersey and you say they're not from any specific event, game, or season, or you actually have a jersey worn from Joe back in the day. Hard to tell, but it's at 120. I feel like it'd be higher if it did say game worn. And Rowett and everyone, whoever's winning stuff tonight,
Oh, yeah.
please let us know what you're winning as the night goes on. Rowett won the 2012 Lewis Hamilton Gold Wave out of 50 refractor, most likely an SGC
My
9.5,
card.
which was most likely ours. So congratulations, Rowett, for grabbing a card from our collection, our big F1 collection we had. And Texas, get better soon, SlabStox team. The hobby needs you. Well, I appreciate that that you guys value us like that. Means a lot, and we'll do our best to stay healthy for sure. Nate, CJ Abrams, has he like fell off?
Well, he got traded to the. He got
Oh, duh. He's in the Soto deal.
he got traded. Number one. Number two, he was really pushed too fast. That kind of did damage to his market. I don't
Push
know.
push too fast with the Padres, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
from Double A to the majors, and the big thing for him is he just hasn't developed power. That was always the big thing.
Yep.
Real quick, I thought this was kind of funny. Fred says, as an Orioles fan, I really don't want the season to end. Finally have something to be excited for. And it's crazy how different your opinion of baseball can be, because the difference in record between the Orioles and the Brewers is one game. And here we are dejected, and here Fred is pumped.
That's how what shows you, expectations versus reality really means a lot, not only in sports, but in the card market too. You can have a guy that's, doing really well compared to what the expectations where prices are exploding. A guy that's doing well, but not as well as expectations were, and then prices drop. Otani,
I was just explaining that to my wife the other day
oh,
when
really?
I was explaining why I was buying a Doka Azubuike cards outside of him being a Kansas Jayhawk. So if it doesn't work out, I have Jayhawk cards. So who cares? But if it does work out, it's like I can buy his super, super nice cards for super cheap. And if he posts back to back double doubles with a couple blocks in each game, all of a sudden those cards, probably double because they're so cheap. Whereas if I were to spend the same amount of money I spent on a Doka Azubuike on a better player like a Luka, I wouldn't because that'd be insane. But it would take a lot more than just a couple double doubles back to back to double those prices of those cards.
Right. I agree with you. We got some good comments in here, some wins. Oh, that's right, Tyler. They always put that on triple threads. It says game use on the front. I forgot that. I don't know why Topps necessarily went to that play. Now this is back from 2012, but they are doing it now recently too. This one actually doesn't say it though. That's a more recent thing. It is a more recent thing when they put the game use on the front. They do a 5-star too now, but this one does not say it on the front since it's from 2012. But I want to point out really quickly here before Nate reads off some wins from people. This Marco Van Basten auto here, got this for like $100 at the National. So here's the deal. This one right now is up to like 240 seller net around there. Some of the other ones we had sell tonight, notably like a rule of 2 SGC 10 from the Star Wars Galaxy set selling for like $70 seller net, like not as much as maybe we hoped for. But then you have something like this where my hope was like 150. It's up to 240 seller net. If you sell enough stuff, you start to see certain cards do really well in extended bidding, certain cards don't. Problem is it's obviously very hard to predict what does and what doesn't. But if you do sell, enough volume, you definitely get the best of both worlds. And then I want to point out this with Tony earlier because and I know I just told you you're going to read off some stuff, but I love this card. This is his rookie auto from Bowman Chrome variation out of 25. There's only 25. There's no other colors. This card right here, to me, well, people love their oranges out of 25. I understand it's a whole what sold in the past is going to sell well now. This thing, there's only 25 and no other colors. All the color autos, there's like, multiple hundreds of copies, and the base autos, there's thousands. To me, this card is pretty undervalued compared to color autos because there's only 25.
Is that done?
What done?
Did that sell?
It's at 10.5K.
You know what's insane?
9.5 sold for 8,700.
How many days ago?
It was like probably like 3 weeks ago. It was in the premier auction.
It was 818. Today is 9.4. And this is a PSA 9 is already $2,000 more than a BGS 9.5.
And to me, that also says something about, cards that maybe you're deciding to sell between premier and weekly auction. If it's in this 10 grand range, go with the weekly. There's gonna be a bigger bidding pool that opens up to, because you have to have a certain amount of verified funds and stuff to get into the premier auction bidding. That seems like a card that would be better to have masses bidding on than just a certain amount of high-end bidders would be like that card. As for the wins, Nate, are you okay to read them, or do you want me to cover that for you here?
Yeah, I can read some. If I start coughing, I am sorry. Get one out of the way. Kevin won a Pools Topps Chrome traded BGS 9.5 rookie. So nice time to have. 5 home runs away from 700. Vintage baseball card packs won a 2020 Topps Chrome Ben Baller Trout PSA 10 for $14.40. Never a bad day to have a Trout PSA 10. That's what I say.
Unless you bought it a year ago.
Well, still have a Trout PSA 10.
True.
You might not have extra money, but you have a Trout PSA 10.
I like the positivity.
Merrick's Grave picked up 2 Topps Chrome Gold Reggie Miller PSA 10s and a John Stockton Topps Chrome Gold PSA 10. And then Bazooka Tom won the Luke Wave SGC 10, 89 Upper Deck Bo Jackson PSA 10, 98 Rookies and Stars, I assume Manning PSA 10, and 94 Finest Griffey PSA 9. Oh, it's RNS. I don't know what that is actually for. I assume Rookies and Stars, but I don't know if that's a thing back in 1998.
I believe it was, but dude, he won the Luke Skywalker away from us.
Oh,
thanks, Tom.
That was ours. Thanks,
Appreciate
Tom.
it a lot.
Tom
Nate.
was. I won that Luke I bought
Yeah. Yep.
Tom was the first person I texted.
Oh, okay. And then you texted me second, or probably third after Sam.
And then Jeremy won a 2020 Select Concourse Light Blue die cut Justin Herbert PSA 10. He actually won that like 30 minutes ago, and I just forgot to say it.
There you go, Jeremy. Thanks for saying again. And Tom did win the triple relic there from Triple Threads we were talking about. But Nate, remember us? We were talking about this card last week, but non-auto. Dude, this one's autoed.
How much is
I
it?
know.
I didn't see
It's
that. I didn't even look closely enough at it. I saw it was the same as last week, and I just moved on without even taking a second glance.
7,500 for the PSA 4 with the 9 auto. That is such a cool card. Rookie season. It's a Johnson Cookies card. Pretty sick, bro. That's imagine me. I don't know when he signed this. I'm not an autograph connoisseur. Kind of looks maybe later in his career, probably. But imagine if you got this thing signed back when he was still playing, kept it all this time, got authenticated. I feel like obviously everyone collects different things. For me, that's the type of thing that I know I couldn't sell. Like this would be like one of the major like do not sells of my life if I had that. But that's so cool. Such a cool card.
It's like the lady that got the Jackie Robinson Leaf rookie for $3. If I'm getting that for $3, there's no chance. I know it's worth thousands, but there's just no chance I'm getting rid of it.
I agree. Cool one here that got put on auction was an Alexander Albon. This is a Dynasty 1/1 patch auto jumbo relic PSA 1010. I think this could be a decent play for someone if they're looking to get a super rare F1 that isn't super expensive. Like when I say super expensive, I mean like 5 figures. But he signed a multi-year extension with Williams. He is constantly outperforming that car, though. He's a very good driver. And if Williams can keep on developing with these new regulations, this would probably be a steal under $6,000 or 7,500. Whoever buys it. Now, remember, there's some risk there. You know, if Williams doesn't get better, you might constantly look at someone who's fighting to get into the top 10 just to score 1 point. His best finish this year was 10th place 3 or 4 different times. But that's honestly pretty darn impressive considering that Williams didn't have a point last year or had a very few amount of points. No, Haas didn't have a point last year. They had very few amount of points. George might have only scored a couple. But either way, impressive to say the least. And then Sabrina Ionescu, this is a massive card right here. 2020 Prism. It's her gold rookie auto numbered out of 10. 5,250. That's huge.
I can't find it. I couldn't find a sale for that anywhere.
But very, very big.
So there's like no comps. Hey, real quick, you just said George didn't have like any points last year, and now he's continuously getting like top 5. Kind of blows my mind how much just the race team matters.
Oh, an insane amount, dude.
Like and then 90% of the thing is the race team.
Yep, you obviously have to put yourself in position to like perform well enough to get that chance, and then you have to take advantage of that chance, which I do think there's values for drivers because of that, because it's not easy. You know, Gasly blew his first chance with Red Bull, although he did have a really short leash. It was 12 races, I think, which is pretty much half a season.
Yeah, he was on Red Bull?
Yeah, he got promoted to Red Bull, Nate, when Ricardo left. He was Ricardo's replacement.
Oh.
And then he got demoted after 12 races. He was crashing too much, just wasn't up to par with Verstappen or Red Bull standards, and got dropped for Albon, who raced for a season and a half with Red Bull.
Well, being on Verstappen's team would stink anyways.
So again, and then Gasly had the massive comeback with AlphaTauri, where he was putting his car in a P5, P6 on a lot of occasions last year. Year before that, this year the car is terrible. So he's definitely worthy of a new seat. So I really hope Alpine's the place for him to thrive, that all French team. Back to the show, though. We talked for a while about that. Dude, that is really impressive, Nate. This PS9 is up to 12.5 pre-buyers premium.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. If you're the person that bought the BGS 9.5, you're licking your chops right now.
Oh, yeah, that's a massive buy that was at that price. We have got 293 cards left in this auction because it's not quite 10 o'clock. Maybe this is a good time for us to revisit those giveaways and see what might – oh, Nate, you got to be a happy guy right now. You got to be happy. I'm about to show you why. This thing was chilling around like $60 for maybe the last like 30 minutes. I was like, okay, at least we're making money, Nate. Well, at least be happy about that. We're up to 90 and still going. It just got – next window just extended, so we're pretty much on double the money right now. We are actually on double the money, which in my opinion, that's a great flip. That's a great play.
I'm greedy. Let's go higher.
Oh my gosh. Just like the Dustin made, but it's very cool to see. Nate, those pitching plays. I
Dude.
don't think we lost on a pitching play this year.
I think I'm going to start calling myself the king of pitching.
I'm pretty sure you've been calling yourself that for the last like 4 years now, but gonna start. But yeah, exciting to see. What was I just gonna do? Oh yeah. Let's figure out what people want to get
Did
for free
our
tonight.
third and final or second and third
Yeah, we're looking at
Star Wars cards that end?
234 plus 69. Yeah, over 300 for the first three. So 3 cards making up 300. Pretty solid.
Huh,
I mean, it's like a
that.
25 card lot or something. So I'll have to figure out what else we should be sending to get graded because we definitely should be sending some more in. All right, we've got 5 cards here. 3 will be given away tonight. Comment might make you do it the hard way here.
Aaron, you see this?
What? I did see that. Tom, Buddy picked up a 2020 Gasly 25 throw-in at the Denver Net Show this weekend. Well, throw-in of 25 is awesome. Is it a portrait? Even if it's not, it's still an awesome card. But great job to your buddy. So let's go with a comment the 3 names that you do want. I'm going to make it be a little bit more work this week just because there's more cards. So worth you all doing more work. But to get 3 cards here for the giveaways, would you want to win the Jokic, the Kobe, the Alex Morgan, the Christian Hernandez, or the Nick Bosa? Comment the 3 last names or first names, whatever is easiest for you, in the chat. So you do have to type 3 names. Maybe send it all in one message. It'll make it a little bit easier. And we'll figure out which 3 cards. Nate and I will make a decision based off of the comments just by doing some eyeball action and seeing which 3 cards will be given away.
Jokic, Alvarez, Morgan, Jokic, Morgan, and Kobe, Jokic, Morgan, Hernandez, Bosa, Jokic, Kobe, Kobe, Bosa, Morgan, Kobe, Hernandez, Jokic, Joker, Kobe, Morgan.
So, okay,
difficult.
I think it's pretty much confirmed that the Jokic is going to get given away.
I see a lot of Kobe. Nearly every single one has Kobe.
Okay, so definitely Kobe. I'd say definitely Jokic. And I think we might be looking at Bosa. I think we're looking at Bosa for the next one. You guys did a really good job, though. Guys and girls following directions here with putting 3 names in the comments.
I've settled on definitely Kobe. That's how I'm going to help you.
You're a bum. What a bum. Yeah, I've seen a name in every single comment. I settled on that one. Yeah, we'll give away the Kobe for sure. I think the Jokic is definitely getting the votes, but Alex Morgan did have a lot of votes here. All right.
Is Alex Morgan still playing professionally?
I think she's still playing the NWSL, yeah. Which the Premier League, there's a women's Premier League and everything.
She playing that?
Well, do they call it the same thing? I think they do. They do. No, she does not. No, it's Super League. Sorry, it's not Premier League. It's called Super League. That's my bad. And she does not play that. The NWSL is actually super popular in America, I think, the National Women's Soccer League. Okay, everyone. Now you all have to comment Bosa or Morgan for which one you want more. Bosa or Morgan? Drop a comment. Bosa or Morgan. We're definitely going to give away the Kobe and the Jokic. Herbert, 21 grand on the gold field level. That's pretty crazy. I don't know what the last sale is. Okay, here we go. People want Bosa or Morgan. It looks like we're at 3-3 right now. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so Bosa's got like 7 votes. Morgan's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think Alex Morgan takes the W. There's definitely more Morgans than Bosa. All right. Well, there we go. It is confirmed that at the end of the show, we will be giving away the Jokic, the Kobe, and the Alex Morgan.
Nice.
All right, let's pop back over to now. We're at 10 o'clock, which means that we are going to be seeing items selling pretty frequently here because that means that these bids are. Yeah, it's already 10. Well, or 4 a.m. or 5, oh my gosh, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. over here. So bids are going to be ending pretty frequently here. We've got the Otani at 13.5K. There's 122 items left, which is quite a bit right now. Mickey Mantle reprint. When is that reprint? Oh, 83. I was going to say, because it looks a lot older than some of the other reprints I've seen. Ooh, this right here is one of my favorite sets ever released, subsets. 2020 or 2012, not 2020. 2012 Prism Team USA set, the Kobe green right here. They made gold, green, and silver from this year's Prism. These cards are absolutely fantastic. The gold sells for so much money, of course. And here's also a pretty interesting one here. Some of these PSA 10, 70s and other year cards from basketball. There's one that I remember sold. Can't remember if it was a Dr. J or what. That sold for an insane amount of money. But this one's like 1,600 right there. Just an interesting card there with a little headshot and then the action shot behind there. And let's refresh it again and see. 90 items left now. This Kobe card always was so interesting to me. Someone pulled this that follows us. They reposted, I remember. But someone pulled this card. This is a 1998 Topps Kobe auto, which is one of his first autographs I believe that released pack issued. But the auto does not look like what it turned into. Now, obviously, players' autos can change throughout their career. Otani's auto now looks way different than when he came into the MLB. Kobe's auto, in my standpoint, looks better as his career went on than what it did when it first released. But a pretty sweet card. They're doing a little, looks like step back action. Pretty awesome. Any more wins in the chat? Any more wins in the chat from the weekly auction tonight?
I don't think so.
We're down to 73. Nate, will one of us take home the
Probably
nice.
not, because I've been on an absolute dry spell lately with literally everything.
Dylan Cease, $94 seller net. Let's go check.
What do we get it for?
I'm about to see. 52. So not quite double, but that's a positive. It's a positive. We gotta be happy with that. But also, I have to say, it does show how disrespected pitches are still. You can still make money on them, but from a value standpoint, that's a potential Cy Young winner right there.
Yeah. Is a Cy Young Award winner right there. Call my shot.
Is Verlander out the rest of the year? Do we know?
I do not know. I should know that, but I do not know.
Got you. How many cards are left here? 49. Oh, we're getting quite close to the end here. 49. We just need to get down to 24. Here's one of those very interesting Pele cards where it's not him playing. I remember the one of him on the beach that I think it was Fish Boy sent us a message of that one time.
Classic.
I love these 1998 Bowman's Best Atomics. I used to have a Mike Madonna from 98. They make them for hockey, make them for football, which I didn't really know. No, I knew that. Peyton Manning, duh. I didn't know that. But Warren Moon in a Seahawks jersey. Count me as someone who did not know that Warren Moon played for the Seahawks in his career. Not that I know a lot about 90s football.
Count me as somebody who didn't know that either.
We've got the Bill Ripken, the scribbled out bottom of the bat there. There's a few different ones. It's the one without anything there, the one that's blacked out, and then the scribbled out one. I don't think I've actually ever seen a scribbled out one. What is this? Oh, it's like a trading card game from Japan for Spider-Man. V's Schwartz. Wait, Japan? Yeah. Pretty sure. There's always just so many interestingly random cards that end. Okay, we should be pretty low. Oh, we're down to 32. We are next.
We're close.
All right, time to brief, Nate. Oh, wow. What is that? 1325 for just a quad jersey of Mahomes? I mean, it gets a rookie and a BGS 10, but dang, that seems like a lot. All right.
I'm going Queen Elizabeth if it moves on.
Where is it?
Up,
oh,
right up.
I think that was
if it moves on.
I got you.
I just saw that Prince Charles was giving a lot, or taking like daily visits up to where they think her health is deteriorating.
Well, you got that one.
Like, late 90s or something like that. So
Really quick, I'm taking James Cohen, brown cap. Honestly, Aston Villa. It's pretty sick. 1900s. I'm taking James Cohen. You're taking Princess Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. That same type of card was, I think, the last one that ended in a different auction. So Nate's really betting on it ending twice the last 2 different points here.
well, I'm just bidding on somebody knowing that Queen Elizabeth's days might,
Be numbered.
Yeah.
Jo, do you visit any cool places in the Netherlands aside from the F1 events? I have to say, Jo, mornings were very early. Had to wake up very early to get going and get on the bus to get to the 1 second. We got 5. I'm screwed. That's great. All right, my card ended right away after that. That's fun. Oh, it's on Nate's though.
Oh, I laughed too soon.
He's laughing at me. All right, well, both of us are eliminated pretty early there.
Wow, that was really lame.
That was so
really
lame.
lame. We're really lame.
I know. About visiting places in the Netherlands, I basically had zero time between being at the track all day and then creating some content afterwards and getting the emails ready to go and everything. Although we did get to go down to some pretty cool little streets with some very nice food. Nate, I know you're really interested in the food.
I'm in the food.
Hoofdorf, I think it's called Hoofdorf or something. Pretty nice food down there. We had some good Italian last night, some really good pizza. Nate, there's not.
Did you have any Dutch food?
Dude, unless the Dutch food is like hiding in an alley in the middle of Amsterdam, which I didn't get to, there is no Dutch food around here. And also, if you Google Dutch food, it's mostly just different renditions of seafood, I think. So, yeah, not really. I did try some prawns, though, at the Paddock Club, which was, dude, I had Nate.
Was it free food in the Paddock Club?
It was. Nate, one of the best pasta dishes I've ever had. It was linguine with like a lemon cream cheese sauce and caviar and
cheese or cream, cheese.
Yeah. Like lemon cream, like is like a nice little lemon cream sauce, and there's like kind of some cheese that felt like was in it, maybe that they stirred into it, and then it had caviar and it had some grilled artichokes on it. Bro, that thing was absolutely spectacular. The caviar is a little salty for me. I don't really like too much salty stuff, but the actual pasta and the sauce was insane. So good. I also had a filet there and lamb chop, which was very good too. And then I also
look at
had
you eating a lamb chop. Those are expensive. You buy the rack of lamb.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And then I also had Nate. I was so far out of our league. We were in like our nice. We're in our SlabStox polos and black pants. People in there like, dude, we were really off our league in there, but we were just a couple of schmucks going and eating free food and watching some cars go around a track. So I'll take it,
dude. I'd been in there all day eating.
I know you would have been. Had a really good souffle. It was kind of like a crepe with like some I don't know what's inside. It was really good though. Okay, we've got 9 cards left here. I think we should start running the giveaway here.
I think we should too.
All right, here we go. I hope to get another maybe 50 minutes of sleep after this if I can before the flight. That James Cohen is kind of sick. It was pretty cool. Can you guys please comment to number 1? Just the numerical value of 1. No other numbers or letters. And that will enter you into 3 different giveaways for tonight, being the Jokic, the Kobe, and the Alex Morgan. I hope everyone has good luck. Do not comment to 3 like Nate.
I was just showing people what not to do.
Oh, there you go, Nate. You're such a good guy. You're such a good leader.
Thank you. You heard it here first.
Wasn't just trying to do directly what I said not to do, right?
No, never. Not me. Not me. I do owe you a beer, though.
You do. Nate said if Arsenal lost to Manchester United that he'd buy me a beer. Now, I also said if Arsenal beats Chelsea in our first match, that I'd buy you a beer. Are we looking at this as a net 0 or a net 1 beer each?
Well, at that point, we'll go to a bar and we'll each buy our own beer.
I was messing around. I'll give you all 2 more minutes to join the giveaway. 10-12 Central Time. Look at Nate. Such a bad example. Having Hank's comment number 2.
Okay.
We're 7 cards left here. This is a very interesting mix here. So we got a Japanese Marvel card. We have a Bowman Chrome of a guy who I feel like Nate is kind of not doing much.
Who do we got? I got
Kyle Wright.
Kyle Wright.
Kyle Wright.
I feel like if I remember correctly, he got sent back down, but I could be
Yes. So not doing much. We have a refractor
But I
sliding
could be
short.
wrong. There's so many random Braves first round picks that have been performing poorly that he could be performing well. I just didn't realize he's performing well. I just didn't realize.
Oh, you looked?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
there's
good
some
read.
I always get. They took like first and second round pitchers in like 6 straight years,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost impossible for me to keep track of them.
Like Ian Anderson and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sean Newcomb and all those guys.
Yeah, lots of guys. All right, we got 1 more minute to join. Please get that comment in right now if you can. And for the giveaways for tonight, we got 6 cards remaining here, and then a Mahomes BGS 10, like I pointed out, 1953. Alfredo Di Stefano rookie. Don't know who that is. A 57, Joe Lewis. I do know who that is. Boxing card, pretty sweet card right there. Honestly, gotta say.
That's pretty cool.
And then it looks like the little tobacco ones, and then that Japanese.
Is it a tiny tobacco card or is that like a gigantic holder?
Oh, Nate, bringing up the tough questions here. I think it's a tiny tobacco card. I think, it seems to be
one of those like Allen and Ginter mini type sizes.
Right. All right, giveaway officially closed off. Appreciate everyone for joining, and we will get this list put together here. Any Grey Poupon, Jordan asks. No Grey Poupon for me. I don't know if that was something that I'm supposed to be having, or if that's just a fancy mustard name. Either Nate's frozen or he hasn't moved for like 10 seconds. I think Nate might be frozen. Or am I frozen? Oh, nope. I'm still here. Nate's gone. All right, everyone. We have got very few amount of cards left on the auction. We're down to 2, just the Mahomes and the Alfredo Di Stefano. And I am in the midst of getting the giveaway list ready so we can run the giveaway and everyone head off before Labor Day tomorrow. So anyone have a fantasy draft coming up? Let me know in the comments if your fantasy football draft with maybe your friends or maybe a different public league is going on. I've got one tomorrow night, and then I also have one on Wednesday night, I believe. So I got a couple this week. All right, I got the list together. Wouldn't it be a real shame if Nate? Oh,
dude, my computer, man, it popped open OBS again, just randomly.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be a real shame if Nate didn't rejoin and I just get to win by default? Didn't even have to guess.
That would be a real shame.
Bearish Bull drafted today. Bazooka Tom drafts tomorrow night. Nate, when's your fantasy draft if you are playing any fantasy?
I don't have a fantasy football league yet. I should probably find one before next week because I haven't played in a few years, ever since my Dynasty League commissioner decided to shut down the league. And the other league I was in, I decided to go to the Brewers game instead of draft. I tried to draft at the Brewers game. It just didn't work. And then I got last place, and they chose 2 punishments. One was running a 5K in a costume I can't do with my asthma. That'd be terrible. And one was drink 2 pitchers of margarita from the pitcher in a bar. I was like, I am not drinking 2 straight pitchers of margarita. I'm not doing either of those. And then they're angry that I didn't do a punishment because they chose 2 stupid ones, so they kicked me out of the league.
So they relegated you.
Yeah.
It sounds like that you're the one that could have controlled your fantasy football destiny.
I could have if I had just gone to the. Well, here's the thing: I was invited to the Brewers game, and it was 17 rows behind home plate. I
Gotta
said,
do it.
17 rows behind home plate or fantasy football draft. That's an easy choice for me all day.
Definitely. All right, here we go. 3 times on the randomization. Good luck, everyone. First place, I gotta check here. Also, Mahomes is going to be the last card. So if we would pick the Mahomes, what a one.
Did you see Dwayne's comment?
No.
Back in 2013.
Back in 2013, I did 3 fantasy drafts while in Rome on my honeymoon at 2 a.m. all 3 nights. No way.
That's commitment.
Okay. Jokic is going to go to the first place finisher, Kobe to second, and then Alex Morgan to third. Good luck, everyone. We only did it 1 time so far. 1, 2. Dwayne at the top.
Dwayne.
Shout out to Dwayne.
All right. I am going Tom 38.
Oh, I was going to go CC right underneath that. Come on, CC.
I like it.
3. Nick Foles,
Nick.
TSCP.
SCP-7.
Yes, SCP. Whatever I said was wrong. The Sports Card Professor 7, and then Tyler Steigerwald. Congratulations. I condemned CC to 27, and Nate
I'm not seeing TomTom.
41.
Oh, even worse. Man, I've been in such a
Brutality.
cold streak lately.
I think you're just getting really lucky earlier. But congratulations to Nick Foles on getting the Jokic, the Sports Card Professor, and getting the Kobe, and Tyler Steigerwald on getting the Alex Morgan. If you can do me a massive favor, info@slabstox.com is the email right there. Please send me an email. And what you're going to send me an email for is going to be click your My PWCC at the top, click on preferences, scroll down, copy the massive character string, and then email that back to me. It's pretty easy to do. And I will get those giveaways transferred to you. And the Mahomes is still going right now. It's at 1650. This might be the one night where I'm going to say, hey, guys, Mahomes is going to be the last selling card. Sayonara. It's 4:17 here right now, and I feel like that it'd be kind of nice to get a little bit more sleep if possible before this flight in the morning. But Mahomes is going to be the last card. We'll wait this 30 seconds and see if it sells here. I really cannot believe that a quad jersey from Encased 49 is selling for $2,000, but it is. And there's 20 seconds, and it's going on to the next window here. We're going to be here all night. All right. Patrick Mahomes is going to be the last one that sells tonight. But everyone, same week or same time next week, I'll be back in America to do the stream. And CC, another great show, guys. Safe travels. Well, thank you so much, CC. I hope everyone has a great rest of your night. And of course, vintage baseball card packs. That's what we do. I love doing this, and I hope everyone had a great time. And happy Labor Day to everyone. No SlabStox live tomorrow night. It's getting flexed to Tuesday night, and we will see everyone there on the SlabStox Live weekly show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time Tuesday night.